welcome back to the shed. Today is gonna start a new build. I started with a deadbolt because I want to stretch the heck out of it. So deadbolt, we've all seen them. We're gonna put the barrage motor in it, the hot racing plate, and I'll put all the description numbers in here. I've been saving parts, picking them up as I've been going. Knowing that I was going to do this, it's just coming up with the car, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with the Gladiator, which that's what these links are for, but then it wouldn't be stretching it, so this is going to stretch it out quite a bit, front and rear. Oops. So I don't know how many millimeters that is or whatever, but that looks like maybe a ½ an inch. And I think the fronts do about the same. Anyways, I'm gonna put some Endura links on it. We got the Endura steering linkages. We got the Endura servo with the servo mount and the horn. We're gonna do some Goldies from Endura. We're gonna try these crawler tires. See, foamies. Anyways, tires, wheels, and then Amazon cheapie for brass. So we got some knuckles, we got diff covers, wheel weights, hub extensions, and another one. So anyways, all of this is going onto this with this, and not that body. The ones that know me know I'm a Volkswagen guy, so I'm looking for the right body. This is a die cast. This would be way too heavy, but a little short. That'd be a cool body though. This I believe is a 28 scale, but I'll do something like that. Like a little Baja crawler. So this will become a paperweight. Anyways, soccer mom, she's had the 4-link done on her, so she's a little wider in the front end, or longer, I'm sorry. But you line up the tires and maybe a 1/4 of an inch longer. Can we see that? Right here. Anyways, so I put a piece of tape down, measured from the outside of the tires and also measured from the axle bolts, because these tires are going to be so, and they're also not much longer too, so we'll see. This one's going to be a long one when she's done. I'm not going to make you sit through all of it. All right, let's get on it. All right, before we get going, let's see what this thing weighs. Uh, 202.5 grams. 226.6 with a battery. All right, here we go. We'll start taking all the stock stuff off. All right, there she is. torn down. Now it's time to put it together with all the fun stuff. So let's go ahead and we'll start with the links. Alright, so this guy here has two different sides. So it goes in that way, but if you try to put it on this way, it won't go through. So start with it like that. Drill O-ring on. O-ring on. All right. All right, links are done. All right. Did anyone notice anything? The ones who did will know. If you caught it, put a comment in the comments. Let me know if you see what I did wrong, but it's fixed now, so don't worry about it. All right, next we're gonna do the servo. Servo mount. So I'm gonna weigh this as one unit. So take the front axle. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these off real fast. With doing this, I know I'm gonna have I'm gonna have to get longer shocks and figure out drive shafts for it, because I know those are gonna be too short too. So we'll figure that when we cross that bridge. All right, so this goes like this. Goes like that. Oh, you know what? We should probably put on first too. It's one of these guys. All right. Bearing. Now, the one thing I'm not too thrilled about these is these are not anodized, they're painted. So I'm wondering how long until all this paint inside here gets mixed into the gears. And we'll figure it out. We'll run it, we'll take it apart, we'll see where the rubbing is, and we'll probably just clean all the paint out of there. We might just clean all the paint off all of them. Anyways, put this guy back in here. All right, came up with the first issue. We put the cover on, and the way that the servo mounts work, this round part right here where the gear comes in, this whole section right here is too big. You put that on like that. So when you go put the servo mount on, where are we at? I can't see in the camera. Can you see where this is not sitting down? This section right here, where are we at? This section right here is not sitting down because it's hitting here, and that needs to drop down. See right here? So we figured, okay, no big deal. We'll just notch this, drop it down over. Well, you can't do that because the way the servo sits, the servo goes on. If you cut that plate, it's going to sit right up into that servo. So I went and looked at the stock mount. The stock mount does the same thing. So no matter what, if you were to cut the stock one like right here, by the time you get it bolted down, it's sitting right on the servo. So anyways, I'll put a link in the description for these. I would find different ones. I think this was like 30 bucks for the wheel weights, the extensions, the knuckles, whatever. Something else came with it, I don't remember. Anyways, so yeah, so I guess we'll take these off and put the stock ones back on, and we'll try to find some different weights. Or I don't necessarily want to do grinding too much of that, because you'd really have to do, you'd have to grind this round right here without losing the hole and without cutting into, where's the other one? Well, I guess there might be enough room if you took a Dremel or a die grinder and right off this lip right here it came down and up, so that section, so basically following the red and cutting out this gold part right here and up. And I don't have a Dremel, and I'm pretty good with a die grinder on big items, but I'm not going to take a chance cutting my fingers off. So anyhow, let's put the stock one back on and we'll see if that one works. Alright, so we put the stock one back on. It just fits right down in there. So, alright, let's put this together. Alright, so for some reason, when I put the links on, these were too short to mount up to the servo mount. So that made it have absolutely no, when you had it on, the servo would be flat here, but as it came down, it would do this. There was no pivot this way. Am I on the camera? Okay, so it would swing instead of pivoting. So who knows if this is going to work. But before I put all the stock ones back on, those stock links, made some little extenders, and in the back, and now I've got, not a lot because the shocks are so short, but I got some travel. I got up and down. Once these, I think once the drive shaft goes on, I'll hold it a lot more straight, but I got plenty of room to go up and down. So I don't know. If I did something wrong, leave a link and leave a comment in the description and let me know what I did. I even thought maybe I put these on wrong, but I didn't do that because I already did that and I replaced it or fixed it. So anyways, all right, next step, the barrage motor and hot racing plate into the guy. All right, be right back. All right, here we go. So the barrage motor on the hot racing plate, I painted it red just so that, you know, it matched the rest of it. Alright, motor and transmission. Now, the trick is going to be figuring out the length of that one and the length of that one. And looking at it, it's going to be way too short. Alright, motor and transmission. Front drive shaft, I took from the rear. Where are we at? Right here. Took from the rear, cut it down so it fits. So now all I got to do is find one for the rear. Alright. So, knuckles. knuckle time. Ready? Go. Alright, I don't remember where I was. It's been a few days. Let's do the steering linkage now. Alright, steering linkage done. Now, it's time to put all this other fun stuff on before we actually put it all back together, but I can't really do anything until I get that longer drive shaft. So let's finish doing the wheels and the wheel weights. These wheels are so sick. Alright, wheel weights. There she is. She's huge. Here's the somewhere right here, stock mounts for the rear. I'm glad I went with these gold wheels. They look pretty cool. Obviously now, that's going to be too long. Although that does look pretty cool. Let me show you this side. It doesn't have tape. Alright, well now we'll figure out the drive shaft. We'll get all the rest of this stuff put together. Cool, man. I'm pretty stoked with this thing. Took me a lot longer, and I'm still not sure about these links. If you guys have any ideas, or what did I do wrong, if it was these links are for it's not the Goliath, I always call it the Goliath, whatever, the Jeep, long Jeep one, that's what these are for. So basically they're just longer, we're just pushing this out. There should be no difference. Same with these. Why are these shorter? Now unless the Gladiator, is that what it's called? Unless it has different mounts for where those would go, but there's no room in there. I mean, it's a 1/4 of an inch off. There's no other place to mount them. So anyways, all right, and we'll get some different shocks. And that's pretty good. Decent flex. All right, y'all. We'll figure out the math, how much weight we gained, and well, if you like this or you didn't like this, like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Put in your ideas. I just wanted to do some crazy build. I'll find some body to go on it. I'd really like to switch out that new Mofo pancake motor for it, so we'll see once that comes on. Anyways, all right, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. Cheers. Doing the editing for this video, link showed up, or drive shaft showed up. So these are hot storm links for the whoever that guy is. So let's see what they weigh. Alright. They are. I gotta do something about this. I have a feeling that's not gonna be real good. Anyways, we figure those out. Next video we'll run this, and that's it. All right, it's been long enough. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.